you also know the party leader of Democratic Action Party of Kenya, our brother Eugene Wamalwa. I'm sure you have also Jimmy Wanjigi, the troubles he has seen in this world. Even this morning was telling me he woke up and found people have spilled blood at his gate. And we have also Senator Agnew.
In the High Court here, E42 of 2023, our lawyer Paul Ndungu has been to court, Paul Mwangi. We had mentioned last month, and we will be going back to court in November to follow up for justice for the 75 victims of police brutality of the Finance Bill 2020. Finance Bill before was even worse. That's when our young people, the Gen Zs, came out. Over 60 were killed. Very many have been abducted. Families can't. And we do remember when Jagi and his disappeared. The police denied that they did not have them. It's until the IG of police, acting IG, Masengeli, was taken to court on the day that he was to be sent to prison that these young people were released. Some were dumped in Kiambu, others elsewhere. And we do also recall the young president of the School of Law, Okayo. His Excellency Kalonzo led us to a meeting with his family. He was also abducted in a similar manner. Apart from the Nyayo chamber tortures that were closed, the police have created where they hold people in community, them almost to death. There's like young near Maragua River from Nairobi, driven for over. We will, and that's here, not just to pray that we are going to pursue this matter, not just in our courts here, but of efforts to get justice for families here. We are also in the process of pursuing this matter internationally. And we did, through our lawyer, Paul Mwangi, commence proceedings at the ICC. And we will be pursuing this matter both locally and globally. Because, as His Excellency has said, human rights are universal. And we will not accept this reign of terror by Ruto and his rogue police. Let me also allow my brothers, Jimmy, to say something.
Or maybe...
Oh, Jamal.
Well, he's 50, Jimmy.
Sorry? No, you have a microphone. You go ahead. Go ahead, Jamal.
No, me, I...
Okay.
Watch that.
I'll be very brief because we are going to church. On October the 3rd, this coming week, the alleged killers of baby Pedro will be in court. The court has insisted that the OCS and those that shot baby Pendo in 2017 appear in court for charges of murder. William Ruto is using the same police to kill and abduct. to bring back detention without trial. All those officers, from the IG, from the heads of all those organizations and agencies, know that your day shall come. You shall answer for all these atrocities you are perpetuating on Kenyans. And I want to end with just 3 words. Ruto must go. Asanteni sana.
Jeremiah?
Mine is to echo the words of my colleague, and it is that Ruto must go. When you bring disorder in the country, you create an environment that makes it difficult to differentiate between the good, those people who desire good for this country, and those who do not. What Ruto has done is create disorder in this country. Left, right, and center, yeye ni vipidi tu, na dawa yake ni kama vile vijana walisema 25th of June aende. Na sisi wote wa Kenya tuungane pamoja, aende. Biashara itanawili, maisha yatarudi, mambo ya kushika watu na kuwaweka ndani itakwisha, kwa sababu ilikuwa imekwisha. Imekuja na Ruto, kwa hivyo tuungane pamoja, aende. Kufa dereva, kufa makanga.
No, one more thing. We want to allow you a question, in all fairness, before you ask 1 or 2 questions. Let me tell you, or maybe Bob himself, if you have something to say.
Yes,
Because he's a victim.
He's a
In
victim.
all fairness. But before he speaks, we have seen police lining up, go and here. We do not understand their anxiety. We even considering that after this press conference, which is very important, don't want it interfered, we wouldn't even want the of Kitengela police tear gas today, right? In view of the importance of this matter, we bequeath you this responsibility to tell to Kenyans and the world, and the police should stand ashamed of what they are trying to do. Anybody seeing a police Subaru, because you're also saying Ruto has to stop those abduction squads. The Subarus. Special killer squad, special abduction squad. We were in Kibera all the last few days. 2 boys, you are told, were abducted and are still missing. I thought I saw Kindiki's own admission before a parliamentary committee that there are still over 60 people who are missing. 131 who are still missing. So Kenyans want these young people alive or dead. There must be accountability.
Correct.
So I think that's what I wanted to add.
Bob?
Bob.
Asante Wakenya, hamjambo. Sina mengi ya kusema, ni kusema shukran kwa Mwenyezi Mungu, shukran kwa wananchi wa Kenya, shukran kwa vyombo vya habari. Nashukuru sana viongozi wetu hawa tuna wao na wengine ambao hawako hapa, shirika za haki za kibinadamu, shirika ya Law Society of Kenya na Wakenya kwa jumla kwa kusimama na wakati ambao tulikuwa nyara. Sijaweza kupata nguvu ya kuzungumza hata na media, lakini wiki hii ambayo inakuja tutapanga siku ya kuzungumza na Wakenya. Kwa leo tunakuja kufanya shukran kwa Mwenyezi Mungu tukiwa na wengine, kwa hivyo sitasema zaidi.
Thank you. Thank you. I think in view of the seriousness of this matter, do you mind if we leave it at that? Yeah. Okay.
The only person who would want me dead is William Samoei Ruto. But I want to tell you, Mwenyezi Mungu yuko halali.
So my question
Yes.
regarding the 3 days that Kindiki appeared before the Parliamentary Security Committee,
Yeah, that's what I refer to.
and he said that not all abductions and out 132 people missing, not all were taken away by police officers. He also said that not all deaths, not all people who during the protests were killed by police officers, and not all the 132 missing persons were taken
a lawyer, and he knows the doctrine of being put to strict proof of those allegations. Whatever is a responsibility of to ensure security and livelihood of Kenyans. So whether they are abducted by police or no police, it is him and the Kenya Kwanza administration who are culpable, who are liable. There's no way you can say not all of them are taken over by the police. We must stop those diversionary tactics. We are dealing with the future of our children, the future of this nation. So the fact that he actually, in my view, he knows exactly.
So the other question is, he said during there were civilians who had guns, and my question was from what he
How many
said,
did he arrest and produce and stop that line of argument? Because I'm telling you, we dismiss those state Kindiki with the contempt they deserve.
It's a heartless government.
Absolutely.
how safe are we as Kenyans?
Thank
It's
you.
a heartless government.
Responsible for safety. They are the ones who are wielding the power of gunfire. Even young people, did you not see one of them killed by a tear? They are the ones who have monopoly of the instruments of
Correct.
But I think, just to add, Kindiki might really have, might have been a slip of the tongue,
Yeah.
but he might have actually admitted
He admitted.
what they were doing. Maybe it was a Freudian slip, but it exposes you to a system that has failed, and there are masked officers who IPOA cannot identify. And he's admitting there were some of these embedded in the police teams that were not under that command structure. So he's admitting there is a militia. And this is why he and William Ruto, the buck stops with him. They should answer to Kenyans. In fact, we should all feel very unsafe if they are masked officers who are not actual officers. So that is the admission he has made, which is a very
Thank you.
and in any democracy, he should have resigned by actually owning up to that. But you see, he has been given another term. Just like when they clobbered young people last year and this year, Ruto said, well done to the police. Recently, he has said, well done to Kindiki by giving him a second term. So this is the kind of system we have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is it?
Maybe you are to attend the church service at
Yes,
Where?
we're going to church.
Casino.
We're going there.
No, we are not going to Casino. We understand
The
the
police,
pastor there was threatened. I know the reverend
by the
there
police.
threatened that we should not even go to church. They even deny us the freedom of worship. No.
There
But
are
we are
many
not going to
churches.
Casino, we're going to another local. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
A grey pickup came with buckets of blood and poured at my gate in Muthaiga. Now, I want to say that normally that is an act of warning. That is an act to say, we are going to spill your blood. Tutamwaga damu yako. Na yako na ya familia yako. For the last 27 days, when I leave my residence, I am followed everywhere I go. They even want me to know they are following me. They come up to where I'm sitting or when we are driving and they photograph me. For the last 27 days, there has been a car parked outside my residence that does nothing else but make sure that I cannot talk on my phone, I cannot watch TV, and I can get no signal in or out of that residence. So when the court ordered the police and the government to stay away from entering my house, they decided to do through the airwaves. I don't know what William Ruto you hope to achieve by this nonsense. The other day I was dropped at home, and the car that left was stopped on Muthaiga Road, and you wouldn't believe it. The Subarus that stopped the car came out of the car and threw eggs at the windscreen. This is how childish people have become. We are not scared of you, William Samoei Ruto. Scared of you. If you think this is going to keep our mouths shut, ha, pole sana. We are going to speak truth to you, because June 25th, 2024, you lost your legitimacy. And until you bring back this bill, this financial year, not legitimate in our eyes and even in the world. You saw vile hata wazungu wanakutema sasa. It's because you are not legitimate. I urge you today, before it's too late, seek legitimacy from Kenyans. We want a general election. Try and get back your mandate. Kenya Kwanza ilikwisha June 25th. 25th of June ilikwisha. Get back your legitimacy by having the courage to have and to call a general election. A general election. Anything short of that, you are buying what you call the script for your exit. Hata where you're defining vile wewe unataka kuondoka. The more oppression that will come onto you. Yes. Asanteni sana.